Have you ever had a class that just couldn't get along? Or set of FFA officers that were constantly fighting? I too had that problem, and today I'm going to tell you how I solved it. Hi, I'm Alicia Tomlinson, owner and creator of One Less Thing. One time I had a basic ag class that, let's say, had a variety of personalities, which created a lot of drama. And I have something to tell you. I don't do drama, not at all. And their constant pettiness and sniping each other was making it really hard for me to teach class. And finally, one day I decided I couldn't keep ignoring the problem. And talking to the main culprits was just addressing the symptom and not really solving things. So I decided that to beat the odds, I needed to change the game. And I just needed to throw the lesson plan out the window to really make an impact with my students. So, like most of the best ideas in teaching, it came out of desperation. And on the way home that day, I decided to stop by Walmart and pick up a bunch of cheap puzzles. They were a few bucks each, about 500 pieces, and they all had different pictures on them. The next day when my class came in, I numbered them off 1 through 6. So it completely remixed the groups. And I already had the puzzles set out at tables in Ziploc bags, numbered 1 through 6. And I had my students sit down. And I said, today, this is your team, and we're going to do something different. Then I instructed them to start working on the puzzle, but there's only one rule. Absolutely, positively, no talking. Well, they quietly tried to put their puzzle together, because here's the other thing. They didn't have the picture of what the puzzle was. I walked around the room and I talked about life. I talked about how a lot of times you might have a job with people that you don't get along with, or you might have a boss that you don't like at all, and it doesn't matter. You still have to do the work. And then after about 20 minutes, I said, okay, now one person in the group can talk. The only difference is they can no longer touch the pieces, but you need to continue to put the puzzle together. Then I walked around and I talked about this too is like life, but this is like leadership. Being a good leader doesn't mean doing something for your people on the team. It means helping them understand what to do. And then after another 20 minutes, I said, okay, now you have the picture of what the puzzle is supposed to be. There's still no talking, still only one person can talk, but they can't touch the pieces. But now you know what you're working towards. And in life, this is important because when you have a common goal, it changes the dynamic of the group because you're all working towards something and you can see what you're trying to do. And then the last part of class, I said, okay, now everybody can talk and everybody can touch the pieces, see how far you can get. And you know what's really funny? Is my most talkative students weren't talking. In fact, the noise level stayed the same because they had learned that they didn't need to talk to get the job done. That they could communicate and work together, and it didn't matter that these were now, these people at their table that were part of their team for the last hour were previously ones they couldn't stand to sit next to. And it was really fun because at the end of class, I had students asking for me to write a note to get out of their next class so they could stay and work on their puzzle. I had other students asking if they could come back at lunch and work on it and if I'd leave it out for them. But what was really, really impactful for me is all the students that came up to me and they said, wow, that was a relief. It was nice not to have to deal with the drama. And these were the kids that had started the drama in the first place. They said, you know, it was nice just to work and not worry about who I was on a team with because we were working towards something that we needed to do together. And that had a huge impact on me and my class going forward. And that's one of the things I talked about is like, let's take what we've learned today and use this for the rest of the semester and the rest of the year. And remember that we have a common goal in this class to learn something, and it doesn't matter whether we like each other or not. So I hope if you found this helpful that you'll maybe try and apply this strategy in your class. And if you like this kind of advice and tips, we send out an email every month where I give you encouragement and ideas on how to handle things like drama in your class. So head on over to onelessthing.net or click the link in the bio to sign up now. Thanks.